You know you really heartbroken when the taste in music starts to change. You start listening to all types of stuff, you know. And the first time I heard this, my homie, he was like, man, I be listening to Mariah Carey. I know every single Mariah Carey song now because I was really going through it when that one girl broke my heart. And I was like, thinking about it, like, I thought it was kind of weird, but then I got my heart broken a couple times, and now I'm like, my music taste is changing probably for the next 2-3 months, you know. So I'm currently going through a heartbreak right now, you know. And I'm not one of these guys that like get super depressed and down, and really I just double down into work. But what made me even want to talk about this topic is I watched a YouTube video, and I try not to watch too much YouTube. I don't want to copy anybody. I don't want to steal anybody's flow. I want to stay unique to me, because in the past I watched people's videos and I caught myself repeating what the other person said. I said, nah, it needs to be more genuine, more real, more raw, you know? And so I was just scrolling on YouTube. I was seeing this one video where this guy was talking about his first heartbreak. And he talks about similar content to me. And I'm not here to call anybody out or talk down on anybody, so I'm not going to say his name. But the title of this video is the same title as his video. So I watched the video, and he's talking about how he got his heart broken. Make a long story short, he met a girl off Tinder. He told the girl that he was only in town for the weekend. He doesn't live there. And he said we linked up, they smoked, they drink, he ate the coochie, and they smashed the chick after it. Okay, cool. And then he said, you know, some time passed. He was acting like he wasn't in the area, and he tried to get back at her. And he said he ran into her at the gym, and she was with another guy. She was working out with other men. And he said he felt some type of way, and that's when he got his heart broke. And he started working out because he started getting more into his workouts because he seen the dudes that she was with were in very good shape. And when I watched this video, I'm like, that's not being heartbroken. That's not being heartbroken at all. That's just living in scarcity, and you're jealous of another man. That's all it is. You know, it was your turn with the community coochie, and that turn is up. But it's like, how could you feel any type of way about that when you lied about being in town just for a short term so you could get the quick smash? So you were looking for short-term mating. So if you're moving short-term and you get a short-term result, why are you complaining about it? How are you getting heartbroken over that? You know, you expect this girl to have a coochie on hold when she thought you was just a random dude in town for the weekend and you might come back occasionally. She's supposed to put the coochie on hold for that? And he said when we first linked up, you know, they were smoking, they were drinking. Those are low habits. So you met this girl off Tinder. She has low habits. Do you really think she's gonna have the coochie on hold for you? Like she's not gonna see any other guys. That's kind of crazy to me. It's like, if I had to put this in an analogy, I'd say it's like you got a seasonal job. Let's say you're working at Target or Walmart. You working at Target for the summertime. So you went to Target, you said, look, I need some money for the summer. I go back to school in August or whatever it is. So I'm only working the summertime. So then August comes up. You done work the summertime. It's time for you to take your ass home or go get a new job or go to school, whatever you're doing. But this was just for the summer. And they're like, okay, your last day is August 21st. And you start to get mad. And they're like, why are you getting mad? You know, this was just a summer job. It was a seasonal job. And you're getting mad and saying, I can't believe y'all fired me. You're not getting fired. You did your job for the season, and that season is over. So when this dude talking about he's heartbroken, I'm just like, what he bro talking about? And I watched a video of his previous, like, months ago, and I thought it was pretty good. But this video, I was like, what is bro talking about? You got your heart broken from a slur on Tinder when you was moving short term, she was moving short term. You ate the coochie. Now, coochie I don't eat coochie like that. But I'll be real with y'all. I done caught some feelings for women from eating coochie before. And I ran into this girl the other day at the mall. We was in Dick's. And I be disrespectful sometimes. I don't mean to do it. But I asked the girl that I used to see, this was a while ago. I said, why you smiling like that? Because I peeped shawty. She was with a man. I didn't know if this was her brother. I didn't know if this was her man. So I seen her, had a big smile on her face. I know she peeped me. And I said, why you smiling like that? And then I hit her up like 10 minutes later. I was like, that's your man? She was like, yeah. But I don't feel any type of way about that. Even though I used to mess with that girl, she moved on, bro. She moved on. I met this girl on dating app. She moved on. Okay, cool. On to the next. But when you live in scarcity, when you don't have options, that's when you're going to get butthurt and jealous of other guys, you know? And like I said, I'm kind of going through a heartbreak right now. I stopped seeing this girl a couple weeks ago, but she just officially blocked me on the 31st. I guess she's trying to leave cold in 2024. If you feel that way, baby, it's okay. But it's like, I'm heartbroken over that because this woman did more for me than any other woman. You know, she was cooking for me. She meal prepped for me. She gave me many massages. We took little trips here and there. You know, she brought a lot of value to me. The sex was great, you know, and we was into similar things. She could watch boxing, so we could just go to Buffalo Wild Wings and watch boxing, and we just chilling, you know. And she was white and Asian, but you know, most Asian chicks, they really don't have a body on them. But that chick, she had a body on her, and she really liked working out. Like, she started getting serious in the gym. So it's like, that's gonna be harder to replace. But if you just caught a feelings from a girl off Tinder, from eating her coochie and smashing, you just in scarcity mindset. And I think he realized that. And it's like, whatever you got to do to motivate yourself, cool. But to get your heart broken over something like that, that's kind of crazy to me. You know, but when you see a future with somebody, when you would make plans with somebody, like, I don't know what it was, man, but I like really wanted to take this girl out the country and put her on a flight because she had never been on a flight before. You know, so I was like, she's Filipino. I'm going to take her to the Philippines. Like, in my head, I'm like, I'm going to take her. In 2025, I'm going to do it. You know, but then I put it through the test, and she just failed the test, so I had to move on. And I was still keeping her around. You know, was there a chance we could have got back together? Yeah, but it was extremely slim, and I was just real about it with her. So, you know, now she started to move on. She want to leave me in 2024. But even that, man, I realized, like, maybe I was seeing her differently than how she actually was, man. Because I asked her to do a favor, like, hey, can you give me my charger back? When she called me on the 31st, like, oh, you know, I'm about to block you and yada, yada. I was like, okay, cool, but can you give me my charger back? She was like, you can't buy a new charger? And I'm just like, what the? How you act like you was all in love with me? Oh, Cole, I had so many great experiences with you and yada, yada, yada. But you can't even give me my charger back. You going to say, I don't know, I might. And you going to say, you can't just buy a new charger. I don't know how much a charger is. Probably like 30-something bucks. Why would I go spend 30 bucks if I don't need to? And she was at her friend's house. Her friend lived like 10 minutes away from me. You could have easily brought that charger to me. She's trying to be difficult. You know, I feel like she really is into me, like, heavy. Like, I feel like it hurts her to see me sometimes because she really wants to be with me. So I kind of understand she don't want to see me, but it's like, at least just put it in my mailbox or put it by the door if that's how you really feel, you know? But I just thought it was crazy how bro was talking about being heartbroken over a girl off Tinder. And this is what I want y'all to know, man. Like, if you move in like that, I tell y'all this all the time, like, Tinder is good for the 304s to get some quick coochie, especially if you lying about where you're at. Yeah, it's easy coochie, but don't get it mixed up and try to have a long-term mate when you're moving like that, you know? And like I say, man, a lot of these women, they're not quality off the dating apps. They're not. You know, and dudes can argue that shit all they want to, but it's like, I've messed with a good bit of women from dating apps, and I can notice a difference, man. Those women aren't good for long term. And most of them chicks don't want to be long term. That's why they moving the way they do. But it's just, to me, it's kind of goofy when you like lying about where you live. You know, I be thinking like, you probably want to do the opposite, but I guess not. Because even when, you know, like, to me, it's just kind of goofy to lie about where you're at. And some girls, they were surprised I was honest. I'm like, look, I'm only here for the weekend. So they're like, oh, that's real. You know, some guys be trying to lie. They'll only be in town for the weekend, but they'll act like they live here. You know, because some girls ain't just looking for a fling. Some girls ain't just looking for a smash. So some dudes will lie about being in town or, oh, yeah, I live in this city when they really don't. And then they'll break the news to shawty after they already done hit and they on their way back home, you know. But I don't know. To me, I always keep it real. That's how I prefer it. But it's like, don't come out lying to a woman. And then when she not messing with you, when everything you was talking about was bullshit. You know, he talking like she did him dirty and he's heartbroken. But it's like, you set yourself up for what you got. You know, and you should be happy you got to smash. you know. But to me, that whole situation was just goofy, and it disappointed me because I don't watch one of his videos before. I'm like, damn, it's pretty good. You know, I watch some guys' videos in the body game space, not too often, really. Maybe like every couple of months, I might watch a video. I steal titles all the time, though. You know, some guys complain, oh, you steal titles. It's like, who really gives a shit? But I watch a couple guys, and sometimes I'll get a comment like, oh, you need to be more like this guy. You need to be more like that guy. Look, I'm going to be me. I'm going to talk about the shit I want to talk about. If y'all have any recommendations, leave a comment. That's all you got to do. But I'm not trying to steal nobody's flow. I'm not trying to be like anybody else. You know, I mess with a lot of guys in the space. I was about to meet up with Noto a while ago. You know, because I was actually in Jacksonville with the girl I'm talking about right now. Because she had a Muay Thai tournament. You know, like, we was doing shit like that. Like, we was taking little trips here and there. You know, I went to Jacksonville with Shawty. And she won her match. She fought like a 40-year-old woman. And it's just like, the more exceptional the woman is, the more it's gonna hurt. You know, the easier these chicks are to replace, it doesn't really mean shit to you. You know what I'm saying? When you got a flame from Tinder and it was just a smash, you really didn't get to know her that well, that shit doesn't mean anything. But when you got to know a girl on a deeper level, that's when it hurts a little bit. When you did more with the chick, that's when it hurts a little bit. When y'all been talking for a long time, y'all probably smashing raw, that's when it's really gonna sting and it's really gonna hurt, you know? And that's not to say I haven't caught feelings for chicks, you know, because like I said, but to be like I'm heartbroken by that shit, hell no. Because even that girl I seen at the mall this past week with her boyfriend, I caught feelings for her after I ate her coochie. But it's like, I wouldn't say I was heartbroken over it. And the thing about that girl, we went to Mellow Mushroom. She paid for my food. The first date we worked out. First date we worked out with each other because I had seen that at the gym before. So we worked out with each other. After that, I talked to her for like 4 hours. I really got deep into her brain. She told me stuff she has never told anybody in her life. Then we went to Cookout. She paid for that. And then third time I met up with her, I went to her crib and she bought me sushi, you know? And let's just say Shawty had me feeling like I was Mandingo. Like, Shawty hyped the hell out of me. You know what I'm saying? So that made me feel good. So I feel like a lot of y'all need to work on your awareness and be real with yourself. A lot of people are delusional. Sometimes you got to take a step back and have other people look at your situation, because a lot of times we have a hard time seeing ourselves. But I always ask myself, why do I do the things I do? Why do I look at the shit the way I look at it? You know, even this girl that I ran into the mall, like, why was I so into her? Like, I was kind of like feeling some type of way when she stopped messing with me. But it's like, okay, I liked her because she was paying for my food. I found her attractive, and the sex was good. And she made your boy feel like Mandingo. Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, dog. She hyped the hell out of me. Like, when I was smashing her, like, Shawty having seizures and stuff like that. And that really boosted my ego, because, like, that was something, like, I feel like I was a slacker. I feel like there was a couple girls, like, I feel like I didn't know what I was doing. Then I got with her and I, like, blew her socks off, and she was just amazed by me, you know? So, yeah, man, like, you got to be real with yourself. You got to have awareness and look at your situation, man. But this dude is tripping. He was tripping. And I think he realizes he was tripping. But these chicks off dating apps, they slinging coochie, man. Expect them to sling coochie. Don't ever take the shit personal. And don't ever hate on another man. And I'm not saying the dude from the video was hating on another man. But he was like, I think he was really just jealous. He seen this girl with the other guys, and it's like, bro, this is how these chicks are going to move. And if she really thought you was only in town for the weekend and she gave you the coochie that quick, she giving the coochie to other guys that quick. There's nothing special about you, because she doesn't even know you on a deep level, because you smashed off the rip, you know? And that's how most of these women are moving, especially on the dating apps. Most of these women, they're not really getting to know a man on a deep level before they hook up with them, you know? And that's why I would tell y'all, like, when you get to know that woman on a deep level, mentally and physically, you will separate yourself from the crowd like crazy. I know this girl that blocked me on the 31st. She's not going to forget me. She's not. I done got too deep between them ears, and I got deep between them legs. You know, a lot of guys probably done penetrated that coochie, but not too many guys penetrated that brain and understood that woman and knew how to operate. You know, that's something rare, man. Most of these women, they don't open up because y'all don't care enough to get to know them. So it's very shallow stuff, and it's just very sexual, physical stuff. That's cool, but there's always another guy that can come through and beat it down just the same way you did it. So that's why I say y'all need both. You need to get between the ears and get between the legs. When you really win at both, dog, you got her. You got her. And I promise you, this girl not gonna forget about me. I already know it. I already know, and I wouldn't be surprised if she unblocks me one day. But that's what I got for y'all today. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, comment what y'all want to see, man. Like I said, people will complain that I post the same content, that I talk about the same, but y'all don't ever give recommendations. So I'm gonna keep talking my stuff, man. But yeah, I'll catch y'all boys in the next one.